Here we go.
All right, today we're going on the longest walk I've gone on so far. Now, our little Airbnb is in Palermo. Palermo, Soho to be exact. Palermo is the biggest neighborhood in Buenos Aires, and it's made up of a lot of smaller neighborhoods. Palermo, Soho, oh, doggy. Buenos Aires is also a dog-friendly city, but Palermo, Soho is a trendy part of town where tourists from all over the world come to walk around these cool city streets. We're lucky enough to be living here for a month and a half, however long it ends up being. But we have yet to go to one of the trendiest little areas within this neighborhood. That's what we're gonna try to get to today, if I don't get too tired.
Yeah. So that place right there, that's a place where I beat Snow and Uno. I love talking trash. Oh look, that's a theater. I got puppets.
My wristwatch is broken. My shoes are untied. Time is a-ticking, and so is the tide. But I am not worried, things are what they are. Come rain or come shine or a shooting star. I've been to the south, I've been to the north, east and the west, the middle of course. I may have been astray, but I've never been lost, never been beat by the road I've crossed. I guess I've been lucky to some degree, for someone who ate all the fruit from the tree. The stars been aligned and my goose hanging high. I'll be okay in the sweet by and by.
We did not come all this way to go to a Starbucks.
How cool is that? You guys see all those pigeons sitting on that table over there?
So we made it down to the area around Plaza Serrano. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's a cute little park area surrounded by little market booths and tents and tons of little restaurants and music everywhere and people everywhere. And I think we forgot to tell y'all, it is a Friday evening. So this is likely the happy hour bunch, because us old people aren't in the late night group. But we're gonna do our best to show you this trendy little area of Palermo, Soho. First, I need something to drink.
All right, we are partying it up tonight. Tonight is special cheat night, and Snow has an orange juice, and I have a limonada cocktail.
Don't worry, no cocktail for me. No sugar either, fresh squeezed.
You ready to go?
Let's go, next stop.
I've seen the northern lights, the British countryside, every single southern college town. Sat with important men and felt like one of them. Stood at Cyprus in between the clouds. I thought I'd seen all there is to see. I spent all this time chasing my dreams, and none of them came true till you were here with me. It's a wonderful world filled with fabulous things. I trade it all away to have you here with me. It's a wonderful world. It's a wonderful world. Stop taking medicine. I bought an ottoman. I got a bigger house with bigger trees. I'm getting better at not blaming mom and dad. I'm trying to figure out what it all means. I thought that I'd done all the right things. I spent all this time building a dream, but none of it came true till you were here with me. It's a wonderful world filled with fabulous things. I traded all away to have you here with me.
All right, we managed to score a table up on the upper deck, looking over
Park and the streets we were just walking on. And if the menu in the window is right, there's something I'll be able to eat here. So I think we're settling in for dinner. I was right. Grilled chicken breast with a side salad. So it was good for me. What'd you get, Curdy?
I thought it was chorizo, but it turns out it's some sort of steak and potatoes. Not what I thought I was getting, but anyway.
You got some of the chimichurri sauce.
Chimichurri sauce, so.
It looks good, it smells good.
It's not in line with the new diet, guys. To be honest with you, I did not mean to order red meat, but it is what it is. I'm gonna eat it.
You thought you ordered sausage. Good try, good try.
I am not gonna lie, that meal was delicious, and I ate it all.
Kurt ate every bit of his. I'm taking half of my chicken home.
I am not proud of myself, guys, but it has been a long run, and this is kind of the first time we've treated and cheated, and anyway.
Wait a minute, I didn't cheat.
Snow did not cheat. Yeah, I did, but anyway, it was good, and fun night, but we're gonna head back to the apartment. What do you think? Getting busy down here, isn't it?
Yeah. So, rumor has it that Buenos Aires is a party city, and that the real nightlife scene doesn't even start until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We are clearly way too old to show you that side of Buenos Aires, but you can see just as the sun's starting to set, the mood is already changing down here.
Is full of questions and the sky is full of rain. When I'm worrying about what I can't change, I take a look at my reflection and try to make a funny face, and for a second all my sorrows melt away. As if we just smile, we can forget all of our troubles for a while. We can just live inside this moment. You and I get through the darkness, knowing we'll find the light. If we just smile, if we just smile, yeah, if we just smile. Maybe we focus on the future. No use in living in the past. Try to remember that the bad times never last. And every day one step at a time, we gonna make it alright. If we stick together, we'll be fine. 'Cause if we just smile, we can forget all of our troubles for a while. We can just live inside this moment. You and I get through the darkness, knowing we'll find the light.
So it's really weird because I saw when we first arrived, I saw in the market they had a couple little stalls with these trolls, and then just at the market we were at, they had more trolls. And here it looks like they have little different potions and all sorts of incenses, and really kind of all sorts of different like little troll stuff. One of the first places we went to was Chattanooga, Tennessee. And on the ground there, they had different dance move steps. This one right here is the tango. Zoe's trying to do it. If I remember correctly, in Chattanooga you did the dude.
I did. I'm trying to do the lead.
It's minus.
Give me a minute. We gotta do mine backwards. That's not fair. Alright, here we go. I'm ready.
Sorry.
No, my turn. No, we can't do it together. We'll crash. I did that all wrong. All wrong.
Well, I'm sure that didn't work out quite like we planned. Anyway.
So, some of you probably know, but I don't think we've told you, Buenos Aires is the birthplace of the tango. So one thing we hope we get to take y'all to while we're here, not in this episode, down the road a little ways, is a tango show with like a legit tango performance, which will be pretty cool.
All right, we made it back. Vanner's been binge watching the birds on the YouTube. Her favorite channel. She always likes her red bird.
I'm out for one of my neighborhood walks, and I thought I would pop in because I want to kind of update y'all, or at least make y'all aware of something. Now, when we first rented this apartment 6 months ago, it was solely for our trip home to the States, so there would be a place for our cats to stay with the cat sitters. But what ended up happening, as y'all know, is the heart attack. So we were able to extend that apartment for another 5 weeks, which was good, because moving in the middle of all the surgeries would have been really bad. But unfortunately, we could not extend it more, and we need to stay in the city for another 5 weeks, which will be through the holidays, to go through one more set of tests and medicine adjustments with my cardio team here. So we have to find a new apartment. So I thought I would kind of tell you how we do that. Now, if you back up to about a year ago, we had an apartment in Medellin for 3 months for my knee surgery. We had the one here. You can go all the way back to Puerto Escondido in Mexico. When the COVID hit, we had to rent an apartment for quarantine. So we've done this internationally quite a few times. I'm gonna tell you how we do it. Now, in the future, we've decided that grabbing an apartment in the big cities as we make our way around the world may be something we do more often. It's very difficult to really tour a city while staying in the van. For parking and for safety, leaving the van is not really an option in the giant cities. We will not do it all of the time, but maybe we'll do it again in Brazil to see Rio, or maybe Rome or Paris. We do not really know which ones yet, but every once in a while we think we'll snag an apartment for 3 or 4 weeks and really get to know a city. Now also, research like this, finding a place, and really anything that has to do with our itinerary or our schedule, that's more in my realm. The former project manager really kicks in, I guess. Now Curt pays attention, but it's really more up my alley. So the first thing I do is a basic Google search to get to know the neighborhoods of a city. So after reading a few blogs, I zeroed in on Palermo. Now remember, when we first rented this first place here in Buenos Aires, I was more concerned with the neighborhood that our cat sitters would enjoy. And Palermo, well, it's the hip area with all the clubs, so I thought you and June would like it. Then I go to the local Facebook page for international folks that live in the area. And I just read through the comments and I get a feel for the city there. These Facebook pages are really helpful for all kinds of things and can usually be found really easy just by searching expats in Argentina. Now we use Airbnb. I have researched trying to use other options, but the security and the ease of mind that comes with Airbnb is worth the extra money. There are no security deposits, and you do not have to worry about utilities and cable and internet. And there's a bit of a guarantee with Airbnb. And the reviews from people that have stayed there in the past are very helpful. So it's pretty much the only place I go to. They have a great search engine with tons of filter options. So the next thing we focus on is a place that is good for the cats. That means we must have a balcony that is safe for them. So I really focus on the pictures of each place to find a place that would be good and comfortable for the kitties. Then the kitchen would be the next most important. Apartments tend to be very small, so counter space is a thing we always check. Once I have a few Airbnbs in mind, I go to the Google map and I zero in on the actual few blocks around the apartment. I use the little Google man and drag him onto the streets so I can actually get a feel for the area. I am also looking for a place to possibly walk the kitty cats. It's a long shot, but if I found a place with a grassy area right next door, I would snag it quick. Here in Buenos Aires, we could not find a place. So we just had to get some grass for the balcony. Yes, I know, the kitties are a bit spoiled, but they're our babies. Anyway, once I have a favorite, I show Curt and I let him see the top 2 or 3 choices. Then once we pick one, we message the host to make sure they are 100% okay with 2 cats, which is not always the case. And then we book it fast, because we're learning in these big cities, the good places, they go quick. And yes, it takes a bit of research, but it has really helped us and we've had some pretty good luck on getting great places to stay. Hopefully our good luck continues in the future. So what do you guys from Brazil think? Should we rent an Airbnb when we finally get back up to Brazil and want to see Rio? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!